A game about digging a hole by Ben. It went viral in early 2025, and then the trend passed. Thousands of cubic meters of dirt were dug, and what do we have to show for it? Very little. Until I took a deeper look into the yawning cavern of this suburban backyard. To start this silly meme game, we see a long-legged man in his fancy dress shoes post a new listing for a house. $10,000 for a house? What is it, 1950? Time to dose my wife with lithium via a funnel so she doesn't get mad about me drinking 12 whiskeys and driving our kids to school. Just kidding, I don't have a wife or kids, and my vice is not alcohol. And I wouldn't do that anyway. And there's buried treasure? I'll take it. Despite the fact that the seller's got a creepy list of tally marks implying he's done this many times before. I'm sure it's fine and that nothing will go wrong. Especially not when I have the Super Mega Digger 3000 Ultimate 2.0. It explodes when battery dies? Takes less for me to explode. Okay, time to dig. This is depressing. And okay, I kind of already know how this game ends. I already watched at least one Let's Play before I played it myself.
Okay, but what is the deal here? This is weird.
If you don't know how it ends, I won't completely spoil it for you yet. That will happen though. Just know that upon reaching the treasure, we simply respawn at the top of the hole. After finding what I've searched so hard for, I just go back to the beginning. We do get a closing cutscene, but I'll talk about that later. For now, I want to focus on the fact that after beating the game, after digging hundreds of meters down, all I get is a choice between I can keep digging my original hole, or I can start over in a new game plus that's like an achievement collection mode, which is like, okay, it's okay. The game is $5. I'm not even complaining about the value of the game, just like the story itself feels unsatisfying. How anticlimactic. Why, Ben? Why? Because it's a $5 meme game, I know why. But this trope of simply respawning at the top of the hole after so much effort, is it not a metaphor for life? Kinda sorta hear me out. How many days have I worked only to go to sleep so I can wake up and do it all again? Most of us have been there. The monotony, the perceived meaninglessness, it hits home and it hits hard. How can one accept such an existence? To find out, I must dig. And look, stones and coal. Oh baby, it's just like Minecraft. It feels like 2017 again, but without all those notch tweets.
I draw therapy of fascist content and have a feminine dick.
Whoa! Anyway, wow, my detector thing is detecting something. A mine shaft. And in the treasure chest is a mediocre amount of money and some other stuff. Honestly disappointing. I make more by collecting copper and iron. Still, I am haunted by meaninglessness. So I must keep digging. Further still, I discover better ores like silver and gold. I'm able to pay for upgrades to my Ultra Digger 69 shovel and my jetpack. The once mighty earth, the once vast sky, now bow to me. Except of course when I fall and die. Or touch these hot rocks and die. Or run out of batteries and die. I was warned about that last one. Fortunately, my detector thing detects another mine shaft. Another mediocre treasure chest is inside of it. When will the disappointment end? So then I dug for, I swear, like an hour and a half and totally forgot that you can explode the unshovelable hot rocks with dynamite, so I just kept digging nowhere and dying, and it was really boring, and I didn't want to play anymore, and I didn't feel like looking up how to progress. Instead, I pondered my frustration. I contemplated how life is a series of repeating cycles, how every rebirth of mine was preceded by a death. I felt like a part of me was dying so that a new version of me could be born. I also felt an emptiness. In my life, I have climbed several mountains, metaphorical mountains, only to realize that at the top of each one, I still felt like me. It's not that accomplishments didn't matter. It's more like they only changed me partially, and rarely did they change me in the way that I expected. I felt a painful frustration about the slow, cyclical progression of life. I wanted things to happen faster. I wanted to feel better faster. Until I didn't. I softened. I gave in to the feelings that I was having and accepted myself as I was. So I decided to get my first ever tattoo. I got an Ouroboros. It took like 3 hours and it really hurt, but the artist's name is Bryce and he's super cool. The Ouroboros is a snake eating its own tail. It's an ancient symbol that represents the cyclical nature of the universe, eternity, infinity. It means that this shit ain't ever truly gonna end, no matter how badly I want it to sometimes. There is no end, for even the end is just the beginning of something new. And even when progress feels painfully slow, I walk along the snake's tail towards a new beginning, adding a new brick in the wall of eternity. And I'm really stoked with the tattoo. I feel like that's like the most important thing. With newfound confidence in the meaning of life, I kept digging. I got lost and frustrated again, until I tried throwing dynamite on the hot rocks, and then I was stoked. I could finally get through them, and I found the end. A dark cavern where surely gold lies. But wait! A mole! Ah no! Oh, it got me. So I went back, got past that guy, and found more moles. Fortunately, I'm not so easily devoured twice. At long last, the treasure! I found the chest. The meaning behind all of this! There's nothing here. Are you kidding me? I hate it here! Hey boys, fancy seeing you. Yeah, I'm dead. Hey, a cutscene. Look! The sketchy guy who sold me this house added another tally mark to his psychotic notebook. And there's a mole on his license plate! He works for the moles! So okay, he sells this house to lots of people, promising buried treasure, and then feeds them to the moles while collecting 10 grand every time, thus subjecting us to an endless cycle of digging and untimely death. But who are the moles? And why does he work for them? I think we all know the answer to that. Indeed, our sleazy salesman antagonist, by exploiting my labor to serve the moles and his own wallet, wishes to keep me in endless cycles of soulless, meaningless labor for his own gain, subjecting me to the trauma of death each time. Little does he know that I've just kickstarted my own cycle. I'm not on my period, I just no matter how much pressure I feel from the system put in place by the moles, no matter how many times I get to the end, only to respawn at the beginning, I will find meaning in spite of the toil. My free will is strong, and I will transcend meaninglessness by refusing to play this rigged game any more than I have to. The serpent on my arm connects me to the nature of reality. I accept that each chapter of my life is a step in an eternal dance. No mediocre New Game Plus mode or empty treasure chest or conspiracy crafted by a man in a suit and 3 moles can undo my peace of mind. There is no hole deep enough and no ending shitty enough to ever break my will. I will live. I will thrive. That's the story of Hole. The story you never knew.
Whoa.